And there's another thing I wanted to talk about. Let me make this clear. I don't have nothing against interracial relationship. Whatever you do, whatever you float your boat, float your boat. But there's something I noticed, and I don't give a damn what nobody say. There's something I noticed when you have black chicks in relationships with white men, and even though they're not in a relationship, they say they don't want to be in a relationship with Tyrone, a black man. Cool, we cool with that. We cool, fine. But my question, this is a question for them. Why y'all so concerned about Becky and Tyrone relationship? Why the white man you with and you black women who are in relationships with each other so concerned about Becky and Tyrone's relationship? I will tell you why. When you look at black women, a lot of these black women want to live these fantasy lives that they eating pasta and lobster, living these extravagant lives that really they want to live, but they not living over there. They thought they was gonna live over there with Brad. You'll have a lot of these black women that get with a white guy just to be simply getting with a white guy, and they'll call it the black wife effect, okay? Where they go and take a white dude who look like a average white dude and hook him up and swag him out like John B, like Robin Thicke, or Justin Timberlake, or some other what you call GQ looking white dude to have what you call that black swag, that black swagger, you know, like a Paul Wall or some shit like that. So they'll take that what they call the black wife effect and run with it. They've been running with that. See, you don't see no shit. You see, they tried to do it over there with the white wife effect, but the shit fizzled out. Brothers that like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. And it fizzled out. It didn't even get started. It fizzled out. But they tried to do it over there. It fizzled out because brothers like, nah, we ain't gonna get in that. That's why it fizzled out quick, because black men say, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna leave that alone. If they want to do that, fine. So black men and white women don't run around flaunting their relationships. Now, I ain't saying you don't have it, but you don't see a lot of it on social media where you got a black man running around here flaunting his white wife and talking about this, that, other than what's his name? The only one I see that do that shit, the only guy I see that do that shit is Mad Bus Driver. He the only one we see do that shit. He the only one in the space. Other than that, you don't see a whole bunch of black men running around here parading no white women around because they too busy living their life. And see, another thing too, a lot of these black women face their relationship with interracial relationships on this whole fantasy of pasta and lobster. They living these extravagant lives, and you know, they've been living these lives because Tyrone ain't able to provide them because he dusty and musty and crusty. All that shit he broke. But even so, if Tyrone that broke and dusty, the question for you Keishas, if he that broke and dusty, why are you all worried about Tyrone and Becky relationship? Why y'all worried about Susan and Lamont relationship? I mean, if you over there doing so damn good over there with Brad, with your pasta and lobster, fine, going to exotic locales and shit with Brad, when most of the time when we see y'all with these guys, these white guys, they be some old decrepit dudes ready who damn near 1 foot of the grave, or they some dusty ass white dudes that don't got no money, and y'all footing the bill for everything, pretending like y'all living these lavish sprinkle lifestyles, where actuality is drizzle. Ass rolls with queens of kings. She pretty much put that on blast on how she was the provider in that relationship. And you got a lot of these divestment women out here faking the funk in their relationships, and their relationships ain't nothing but. So when you correlate that, and then you wonder why they always attacking Becky and Tyrone, Lamont, and Susan, or Samantha and Jamal. They always attacking them in a relationship. I'm like, wait a minute, why y'all so worried about what white women and black men doing over the fence? I thought y'all supposed to be concerned about Brad. Oh. Got it. See, what it is, they are seeing that the lifestyle that they thought they was going to get with Brad, they not getting. They not getting that lifestyle they thought that they was going to get with Brad. You see? They ain't getting that lifestyle. They the ones providing that lifestyle. So they look over on the other side and they see Becky and Susie with Tyrone and Lamont, Amber with Jamal, and they living the lifestyle that the black women thought they was gonna live with Brad. These white women went out here and got top flight black men. They ain't getting no bum ass black men. They went and got top flight. Shit, they went up there and got a brother in the NFL draft. They got a brother in the NBA draft. That's why you looked at the NFL draft and you seen all them white chicks up there with they drafty boyfriends, fiancés, and husbands. And actuality is, to be honest, black men and black women interracial relationships small anyway. It's not that big. It's not that big. You still have 80% of black men marrying black women. You have that dynamic. That's only 3%. So when white men run around and we been replaced, it's not that many black men and white women getting married. Not that many black women and white men getting married, okay? It's not, you spazzing out for no reason. The only reason why y'all population is falling, brother, man, my bruh, because y'all motherfuckers, and y'all population is dropping. Y'all population never been the white population on this planet never been a huge population. Whether you include all the so-called white groups, you include Irish, Italians, Southern Italians, Greeks, Slavs, and in actuality, they didn't even, the Northern Europeans didn't even consider Slavs, Greeks, Romans, and Irish and shit as white. They didn't even consider them as white as one time. They just added the Slavic people and all of them as white later on, shit, because to boost their numbers up. But they didn't see them as I told the dude, a Slavic dude, they did not see y'all as white as one time. They did not. They just see y'all as another group. They seen them as another group at one time. But anyway, they was added to whiteness. But overall, I mean, if you divested and swirling it up, why are you so concerned at the marriage rates between Tyrone and Becky? Why do you care? If you over there with Brad, I thought you supposed to be happy with Brad. You don't give a fuck what them Nikers doing, them dusty, crusty Nikers doing. They broke anyway. But why are you so concerned for all the divestors and swirlers? Why y'all always gotta read or make articles of how white men, white women, and black men relationships are when you divesting? I know what it is, because you are black women. This is the real reason why. Black women are competing with black men. That's what it is. Black women have a competition with black men on who could do it better, who could do it better, who could do this better. That's what it is. This affects black relationships in general, all across the board because you have a lot of black women want to compete with black men. You did? And then also you have black women help white society or white supremacy subjugate black men and black boys. Black women intentionally even held back their sons and promoted their daughters. This show you could, because they didn't want no black. They wanted what it was. You had blacks, women wanted to be the rulers, but still wanted to have black men to be the motherfucker, the foot soldiers. They tried to build. Black women were trying to build what you call a hive, where you had the queen bee, which is a female, and all the males are drones, and all the female workers, all the workers are females. And they all serve the female. You have the drones go out there, they lay up with the queen. So this is the kind of structure that Keisha was trying to set up. That's what a gynocracy is all about. But with one problem, black women and black men said, nah, we ain't taking that. Those black men that want to have a structure, they said, nah, we ain't gonna take that. So it's been a bitter gender war between black men and black women. And now you starting to see this dynamic in the white community now. Now you starting to see Becky doing the same damn thing. As white men find themselves in the same situation that black men were in, that we've been in for a long time, due to them weaponizing black women against us. Now you see this shit happening to them, but at least they got Donald Trump trying to turn the shit around with them. But it ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help much, because United States is just in the West. The EU and the United States, they are empires in decline. They are empires in decline. And there's the problem I tell with the FBA people. I said, wait a minute, y'all can't count Africa out, because they want to always talk about all the dysfunction of Africa. I said, I guess y'all don't see what's going on in the Sahel states. I guess y'all missed that what's going on with brother Ibrahim Traore, which I actually do support the brother. I actually support Ibrahim Traore in the Sahel states. Now people said, well, he said he wasn't gonna let FBA over there. I said, you know what, I'm gonna keep it real. At this time, I wouldn't do that, because after General Conley and shit, they had tried to put a nigga face, a black face on recolonization of Africa, and I'm glad he kind of bowed out of that, because he seen where they was going. So he said, no, he got out of it. He see General Conley seen where they was going with that, trying to put his face, a black face, on recolonization of Africa. But that's a whole nother video I'm gonna do on recolonization. They trying to recolonize Africa. And don't get me wrong, even though I'm FBA, don't get me wrong, man, I'm for the diaspora making it. Yes, we get our emotional on shit, you know, we do. We get, black people in general get emotional on shit, whether we Nigerians, Senegalese, Ghanese, Jamaicans, Haitians. And yeah, we come off and roast each other at times. But somewhat down the line, that roasting got to stop in reality, and we got to come to this reality, like, wait a minute. You know, we black. And see, yes, I know people say, well, you know, due to the fact that Africa and the Caribbean, like Jamaica, they're homogenous society, that you see black people. I like, no, of course not, it's over there. But when you bring your ass over here to the United States of America, and then they normally how white supremacy does it, they weaponize other blacks against FBA or African Americans. They weaponize them, and some of them come over and buck dance and tap dance. Some of them, some black people that come from the diaspora say, wait a minute, man, they're trying to use me against Africans, black Americans. Same thing they do with the images of Jamaica. The images of Jamaica that they gave us is some dreadlock, weed smoking, Bob Marley motherfucker smoking weed all day, not doing shit, just walking on the beach smoking. That's the image that they gave black Americans. Same image that they gave. That's why I said, wait a minute, I gotta slow down. Cause I said, yes, they gave us negative images of one another. They gave black people, let me say that one more again. They gave us negative images of one another. They gave Jamaicans and other people in the diaspora this thing that black people thugs, street killers, don't work, don't got no job, don't do shit, lay up on our ass. But then again, when you come over here and you see the opposite, you see black people with jobs, see me driving the truck, so that blows that whole stereotypical shit that black people lazy out the water. You have some Africans that still want to persist on holding that, but they know they just do that to hold the water, white supremacy. But a lot of them come over here and say, wait a minute, that shit not true. It's just like that, like I said with the Jamaican image. They gave you an image of a motherfucker smoking weed, Rastafari, getting high, drinking rum, Jamaican rum, motherfucker eating jerk chicken, laying up on the beach, screwing foreign women that coming over there. That's the image that they gave of Jamaicans. Same thing they gave us Nigerians. They gave you an image of a motherfucker blackouts, rolling blackouts, people running in bare feet over there in motherfucker what? In Lagos and shit. Just negative images of West Africans. Same thing with Ethiopia in the 80s. Remember that they showed you all the images of Ethiopia back in the 80s with flies all on the kid's face and shit. Kid, little boy won't blink. You know, little boy got flies all on his feet, starving and shit. And then you got the European NGOs over there in Africa. We trying to help all these starving Africans over here. Because that's how they think about black people over there in Germany. We trying to help all these starving these Africans over here. You know, they got these dictators over here, even though us Western powers put all those dictators in to basically take all the natural mineral wealth out of those countries and to make us white folks rich. Yeah. And we don't want y'all niggas over here in our country. Stay over there to Africa, we just send y'all some goddamn rice. That's how them white people think. They don't really want you over here. See, they didn't want us over here, but they got to deal with us. So, they use us against one another. No, I switched gears a little bit on, you know, and that's like I said, I'm going to go back to, but back to the subject at hand. If look here, Keisha, look here, divestors. My question is, why are you worried about Tyrone and Becky if you in an interracial relationship with Brad? Why? And I already know, because it ain't that you really want Tyrone. You jealous. You are jealous or upset that Tyrone is doing all the shit for that white woman that you thought that Brad was gonna do over there across the fence. And now we all know that the truth is that y'all over there providing over there for Brad. It's now we all know that you black women over there that divesting are doing all the providers over there. And y'all said something about, I don't want to provide for Pookie and Ray Ray. Hell, you might as well you provide for broke white dudes. At least provide for some men that look like you. But that wasn't the case. Y'all didn't want to do. Y'all said, I ain't gonna do this for no nigga. At least from the white man, I could get a biracial baby or something, a magical mixed race baby, preferably a girl, because I really hate looking at my blackness in the mirror, and I want to live vicariously through my biracial daughter. And that's funny, because I see all these black women, they'll promote all their biracial kids, little light-skinned kids. Nothing against biracial children. Let me make that clear. But I noticed this, but I never noticed these black women promote their beautiful black daughters, their beautiful black sons, and be happy with their beautiful black children. I never see that. I seen a couple weeks ago where you had a black woman and her little chocolate little mini-me. She had a little chocolate little mini-me. I like, damn, you got your little clone, and little girl had little pigtails with bow ranch and shit. It's a long time since I seen a woman dress a kid up like that. Had a little bow ranch and shit, little bow ranch and ribbons and shit. And I said, hey, that's your little mini-me, But I thought that was a beautiful thing. You had this dark-skinned, beautiful woman with this little beautiful, little cute little girl with a like a little dress on with bow ranch and shit. I ain't seen that in a long time. You got these grown women that try to dress their kids up like grown kids and shit, like grown people. You got women up there dressing up little boys like they some grown ass men with skinny jeans and shit on. I like, why y'all don't buy them kids no Oshkosh Bigosh and shit? Shit like that the kids supposed to wear. Back when I was a kid. These women try to dress these little kids up like motherfucking adults. But I digress.